Welcome back to Balderdash Academy. Our points are in last place, myself with 68 points, followed by Marie with 86, Randy with 101, Nate with 188, and in the lead, Molly with 259 points. It is time for our final pop quiz of the night. This pop quiz is from the head of Home Ec and Wellness and current reigning champion, Professor Marie Stewart Harmon. Marie, what do you have for us?
I have a confession. I did something really, really dumb earlier today. First I did something really, really smart. I made delicious turkey burgers that had onion and Worcestershire sauce and garlic and jalapeños. So I cut these jalapeños and then I made the turkey burger and then I washed my hands and then I was like, oh, I gotta go do things. I want to wear my mask. So I went into the bathroom to put my contacts on and I'm very, very speedy at putting my contacts on. So before I even had the second one in, my eyes were just actively dripping. So obviously I had to take my contacts out. And then I was like, how the crap do I get this jalapeno off my hands? So guys, faculty, brilliant minds collected here in this panel, what would you do to get jalapeno off of your fingers if you, say, wanted to put some contact in your eyeballs? What would you do? Molly, you seem to already have something percolating there, some good sense that I did not have earlier today.
Sure.
Might you be able to instill some of this on me?
I certainly do. What you would do to get jalapeno off your fingers would first be to dip it into a not completely melted, but semi-solid bar of butter. Okay, you want to just wiggle that around for a wee bit. Okay, then you're going to take that, dip it into some flour, wiggle that around for a wee bit. You're going to go to some panko breadcrumbs. You're going to put it in there for a little bit. And then you're just going to lick each finger off. That sounded wrong. Lick each finger. And it's like little
like
mini...
the panko off each finger.
Yeah, it's like a little mini, Parmigiana. And there it goes. The batter and stuff just sucks it right off. Scientifically proven.
Delicious. Sounds good. Randy, do you have any advice for me?
Of course I do. I think probably the best way to do it, I mean, we all know that a certain cola product can remove rust, and actually it can take care of your jalapeno fingers as well. And I like to add a little bit of palm olive too, because Marge soaks in it, and so a little bit of palm olive, and it's like a 4-to-1 cola to palm olive ratio, and your hands will smell delightful afterwards, and you can put your contacts in and out all day long.
So 4 parts cola, 1 part palm olive.
Yes.
Got it. Cola does wonderful things to the toilet when you want to clean it. Nate, do you have any suggestions for me?
Yeah, they have any spicy foods. Jalapenos was your food of choice today. They have a station where you can cleanse your fingers of those oils. First, you have to get there. So what you want to do is you want to get a bag of Bugles and just put a Bugle chip over each finger for protection. Mm-hmm. And then you want to go to New York City and go to Battery Park. You go into that big building, go down some elevators, and there's the Men in Black headquarters. In the Men in Black headquarters, you can go and put your hand on this big ball that then heats up and burns off all those oils.
I have a question though, Nate. What happens if right after you have donned all of your fingers, what happens if you suffer from some bugloss?
Bugloss?
Yeah.
That's happened once.
You're doomed at that point?
No, not doomed. It's gonna take a while, because usually what happens is you chew off a bugle, and with that comes a finger. You just have to go to the ER get that tended to, and then you continue your journey.
Yeah, it's a threat.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So just quick ER visit, then you can go get the jalapeno off your fingers.
Definitely.
All right. Headmaster Bob, I mean, these have all been really good pieces of advice, but what would you do? You're the headmaster after all.
So the pain is caused from capsaicin. It was a chemical that the plant created to prevent other animals from eating it, and for whatever reason, humans are ridiculous. They find it exciting. You can get rid of capsaicin off your fingers in a couple of ways. Soap and water, if you scrub vigorously, there's always milk is used to actually wash it away from your tongue. The most effective way to do it is to follow John Doe's lead from Seven and use hydrochloric acid. Because the benefit is not only will it clean the capsaicin from your fingertips, it'll clean your fingerprints from your fingertips, allowing you to really branch out and get away with whatever you want.
Yeah, so 1 minute you're just suffering from spicy fingers, next thing you are murdering left and right at will if you need to because you don't have any more fingerprints.
Why not?
I was thinking more eating grapes right from the produce aisle, but, you do you.
Yeah, murder was definitely not on my mind already. These have all been really, really good pieces of advice. Fred, how would you like to award points here? We've got Molly, who basically is preparing her fingers for frying. She does the butter, flour, panko licking process.
Finger food.
We've got Randy with his cola product, 4 parts cola, 1 part palm olive, and we do know how that cola gets away really pesky things around your house. We've got Nate's bugle fingers, where you take a field trip to New York City, and then you get into the Men in Black area, and then you it sounds like there's some sort of alien trickery here. And then we have Bob's, who's got the very scientific explanation of capsaicin acid and how you need to use hydrochloric acid to get it off of your fingers. And who needs jalapeno fingers who needs fingerprints either?
So
very, very helpful answers.
2 acids counteract.
Yeah. I mean, Nate's is tempting. I think the field trip part is not really great advice in this COVID quarantine environment. I'm actually giving 25 points to you, Marie, for having stuck jalapenos in your eyes today. That's terrible.
Yeah.
That's really dumb.
And I'll call the rest a draw.
Wait, I'm going to go get some jalapenos.
Though on the plus side, Marie, you did the contacts, you didn't pee.
That's true.
Yeah.
So it's actually really, really simple. And upon doing this, I immediately, once I could open my eyes again, I started Googling rubbing alcohol. And everybody's got rubbing alcohol around the house, especially right now. I literally just rubbed rubbing alcohol on my hands at that point and then rewashed them with soap and water, and
if someone
wonders.
had said bourbon, 250 points. Missed opportunity. And then if you
did use a high content alcohol of any kind, not necessarily rubbing alcohol, but I would not pour that on my hands. I would.
That's where you lick
wash
it
it
off.
off your fingers.
You could
from
bring
the inside.
Molly's all home and just have that would be in your fingers.
I'd like to go back in time, use that time travel thing, and say bourbon.
Stephen Hawking would be so proud. So proud.
So guys, don't stick jalapeno fingers in your eyeballs. It's just not very bright for your own health and wellness.
That's good advice.
That is a good lesson that we should all listen to. And now it's time for our last minute or less question. Fred, who designed the rock band Queen's logo?
Stephen Hawking. It was actually a time traveler. And Stephen Hawking at this party interviewed someone taking auditions for this gig, and then they were able to then go further back in time to design that logo. Yeah.
Sounds
Fred,
about right.
As the headmaster, I'm giving you 100 points because that was a good answer. The Queen logo was designed by graphic designer and lead singer Freddie Mercury.
Oh.
Freddie Mercury was a graphic designer?
Freddie Mercury was a brilliant graphic designer who would have likely had a wonderful career in design had it not been for his amazing vocal talent.
Huh. Some people have all the talent.
As was David Bowie, as was Alan Rickman. So, our next game is called Technically Correct. I will read a description of a movie that is technically correct. Our faculty members will all come up with an answer as fast as possible. Fred will then award points based on the answers he likes best. Our first movie, a man follows his nose and finds his perfect flame. Nate, what's your answer?
Roxanne.
Roxanne. Molly, what do you got?
Joe and the Volcano.
Joe versus the Volcano. I love that movie. Randy.
It's okay.
Chariots of Fire.
Chariots of Fire. Marie, what's your answer?
I'm gonna go with Lord of the Rings, the one where he actually makes it to Mordor.
Lord of the Rings, the one with Mordor.
I think. Sorry, that's an automatic -7.
All right, so we have Nate with Roxanne, Molly with the brain cloud of Joe versus the Volcano, Randy running in slow motion with Chariots of Fire, and -7 for Lord of the Rings, the one with Mordor. The answer was
Episode
Nate's.
9.
It was Roxanne.
Was I right?
You were right.
Oh my god.
Fred, how would you like to award points?
I give 12 to Nate for actually getting it right.
12 to Nate for getting it right.
Fine.
But not with a great amount of enthusiasm.
12
But I don't have to
blase
like it.
points for Nate. Movie number 2. An adopted man returns to the country of his birth and is mocked for his traditional dress. Molly.
Powder.
Powder. Randy, what do you got?
The Golden Child.
Golden Child. Marie?
Superman.
Superman. And Nate.
Tarzan.
Tarzan. All right.
yeah.
All good answers, and
Tarzan.
all are technically correct, but they're not the right answer. You have Molly with Powder, you have Randy with Golden Child, Marie with Superman, Nate with Tarzan. The correct answer was Elf.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
buddy.
Fred, how would you like to score?
I like Superman. I'm putting 40 points on Superman.
40
Thank you.
points on Marie,
Okay.
or as we like to call it, 33 points on Marie. All right. Movie number 3. An estranged spouse is forced to resort to violence in order to save his marriage. An estranged spouse is forced to resort to violence in order to save his marriage. Randy, what do you have?
Die Hard.
Die Hard. All right. Marie, what do you got?
Serendipity.
Serendipity. All right. Nate, what's your answer?
Well, I was going to go with Geely, but I'm going to say Shawshank Redemption.
Shawshank Redemption. And Molly.
Mrs. Doubtfire.
Mrs. Doubtfire. All right, so we have Randy with Die Hard, Marie with Serendipity, Nate with Shawshank Redemption, and Molly with Mrs. Doubtfire. The correct answer was Randy. It was Die Hard.
Whoa. Wow.
Yeah.
I knew that. That wasn't just a random guess on my part.
Fred, how would you like to score?
Now that I think about it, I have to give 50 to Randy, but I'm going to give 25 to you, Bob, because of the earlier... Wait. Yeah, there was the early Bruce Willis reference, right? I'm not imagining that.
No, it was Yeah, Hudson Hawk.
Yeah, so that stands. If someone had said The Shining, I would have given them way more points, though.
All right, our last movie for technically correct. A man discovers that sometimes the biggest influence that you can have is on yourself. Marie, what do you have?
Oh my god, I knew you were gonna come to me first.
Up. All right, Nate, what's your answer?
Multiplicity.
Multiplicity. And Molly?
Silence of the Lambs.
Silence of the Lambs. Randy, what do you have?
I'm going to go with Sphere.
Sphere. All right. So we have Marie with Up, Nate with Multiplicity, Molly with Silence of the Lambs, and Randy with Sphere. A movie about a man who discovers that sometimes the biggest influence that you can have is on yourself describes Fight Club.
Ah.
My favorite author.
Yeah.
Fred, how would you like to score?
I'm going to give 36 to Molly for the Silence of the Lambs. That was pretty good.
All right.
But I'm feeling
36.
23 more to Nate for the Multiplicity, because that came up in a weird way today, and I need to see it. So.
Oh, have you not seen it?
I have not, and I'm told it's on the short list.
All right.
Me too, Fred.
So, that's the end of Technically Correct. Before we get to our points, it's time for today's moral.
Okay.
So, after playing the games tonight, some more than others, after speaking with each other, after laughing and talking about audio design and narratives with Fred, one thing is very clear. If you are an introvert and you want to be social, but you don't want to be around people, throw a party and invite everyone the day after you have it. So that was our moral, our final point.
Oh my god.
In last place, we have myself with 93 points, followed by Fred with 100. Marie with 144, Randy with 151. So, is it Molly or is it Nate? Well, Molly is at 295, which beats Nate's 211. Molly is our new reigning champion. Well done.
I don't know, I should have given more for Bourbon Sponge.
You're regretting the win? Oh, my heart! How painful! I feel slighted.
So, Fred, thank you for joining us tonight. You can find more information about Final Rune Academy, about Final Rune Productions, about all of the stories that Fred produces and all the work that he's done with the links in the description of the video and of the podcast. We'd like to thank you for visiting us at Balderdash Academy. I've been your headmaster, Bob LeBlanc. Joining me has been Professor of STEAM, Nate Green.
It has been good.
Professor of Home Ec and Wellness, Marie Stewart Harmon.
From first to worst, but I'm coming back next week.
Professor of Computer Technology, Randy Hunt.
151 was a respectable first score for me. Great.
Very respectable.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Good job.
And our reigning champion, our four-time reigning champion, Molly McGill.
I told you it was going to be a good night.
It wasn't great. It was good.
It was excellent.
Thank you for tuning in to Balderdash Academy. We will see you again with our next show. Thank you for watching. Have a good night. For complete episodes and more, visit us at balderdashacademy.com.
You know, I'm just gonna lay this on the line here. I'm just gonna tell you guys flat out, don't ask us on dates. Okay? It's gonna be a mess. Find out why dating us could be hazardous to your health and wellness on the next bonus of Balderdash Academy.
Thank you for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon. You can find us on your favorite podcast service as Balderdash Academy. Go Dashers!